A very, very good morning. It is Tuesday, 21st of December 2021. My name is 𝑪𝒏𝒔𝒄𝒊𝒐𝒖𝒔 𝑾𝒐𝒓𝒍𝒅.
And my name is Arturo Mazzaro.
And together we are Conscious World Agents, and also known as CWA, or as Claudia with Arturo.
Right.
It's wonderful that we can be here today on our Tuesday morning. Is normally our meeting morning when we have our meetings about Conscious World Agents, about the programs, the plans and so forth for the week. And today it is also the day that we celebrate our first anniversary.
Yoo-hoo! 1 year CWA.
Yes, so we are really, really excited, and we have some wonderful things to share with you, and we are going to look back at the year, how it's been for us, and we want to share some things for us that are really coming from the heart, that have helped us to maintain the positivity, the flow, the energy to keep this growing, and we just want to share how we do that and how it's been so positive for us and for the people who have participated with all the events that we've created.
Yes, and we're so blessed with all the people around us, and of course we're also going to look forward to 2022. What we're going to do, we have some wonderful things for you also, and there's even a possibility to win one ticket totally free for you. Just stay tuned, and we will say to you what you need to do for that. And it's a ticket for an experience day, and the worth of it is 108 euros, so it's totally free.
Yes. So thank you so much for being here today, and we just hope that you have found our videos, our sessions that we've recorded helpful. We've had some great responses on them. We like to share some of them on the Sunday evenings as Sunday inspirations, and people have enjoyed watching them on the Sundays when there was nothing on the telly, or they actually don't watch telly at all. And it's been great to get all the feedback from that. What are we going to share? We're going to share that some of the facts, just the facts, what happened in the year that we've started this, and what came about, and how we maintain it, how we maintain our energy, how we stay focused on our dream, focused on our vision, and why that is so important to create a life that you really want, that you desire, or it's perhaps beyond desire. It's your purpose, it's your calling, and there's nothing that can actually stop you from living that anymore.
Mm-hmm. And that's also what we want to share with CWA and help people. We're not going to say how you can run your life. You can do it all by yourself. But we want to show you how much power, or everything that you really want, is already inside of you. And that's a message that's already been given to us for thousands of years. So we're not the only one on this planet, and we're not the first ones. But once you really understand how much you already have inside of you, and you can let this go, you can discover this, then you will see how much more easier it is to be in this life on this planet. And what we do is we encounter the things, and then we're going to experience if this is helpful for you, and then explore how you can do it different, and then expand the way you want to live. So it's always wonderful to work with people on that level. And to be honest, it's both our passion, our dream, and that's what we want to share with people.
And then when we get the feedback of people who have participated in the programs, or also we also do one-to-one coaching, but especially in our programs. Then we get quite quiet around it all because you never know the effect. You never know the effect of what you do. And we were talking about this earlier. You know, would we have thought last year this time the effect it already had on people's lives and therefore on other people's lives, because you never know how far the ripple will go. No, we wouldn't have known that. So, but we believed that we could share the tools that we have found helpful with others, so it could perhaps help them too. And we did that. We dreamed it, we dreamt it, we envisioned it, and we took action to make it happen. And we also had huge faith that because it was just coming from our heart, we would be supported in every way possible, and perhaps not in ways that we could imagine. But we knew the vision would come about, and to have that trust and that faith was really helpful for us to make this successful.
Yeah, and I even want to make a distinction between trust and faith. For me, at least, trust is also a verb. You have to do something with for this, to earn the trust, but also to trust yourself. Faith is also, for me at least, it's gone a little bit further. You cannot control faith. It is there or it is there not. And it's more having faith in the source, the energy, the universe, God. And for me, it doesn't matter how you mention this, how you call this. But do you really understand that everything is energy? And do you have the faith that everything that you encounter now in your life has a reason? It has a reason for you to step up. It has a reason for you to learn. And once you take that lesson, then you can go to the next level. But for me, it starts having faith in the bigger picture that you cannot see. But there definitely is one.
Yes. Yeah, and to surrender to that. I think that's
absolutely.
beautiful what you're saying, you know, to just get yourself out of the way, and meaning the small self, that person that says, oh, maybe I'm not good enough, or maybe it's not going to work. That person, you just need to acknowledge that it's there and say, well, you know, we understand you, but that's not how it works anymore. So, and have that surrender to that. If that is the calling, if that is truly your heart purpose, why you're here, then it will happen. You will be supported in unmeasurable ways and unimaginable ways, probably, because also your mind is very limited in what it can imagine. So what helps for me is I always say, you know, make it happen in ways that I cannot even understand yet, and it doesn't matter, but I will trust in that myself, that there is that level in me that can fully surrender to that. And when I do that, miracles happen all the time.
And in the meantime, Helen and Adna, they said, well, good morning, beautiful people, amazing people, persons.
Good morning, thank you for watching. And you both have been a great, how can I say it, energy in the whole birth and growing up of CWA. You have really been supportive, you've shared your insights, and Conscious World Agents doesn't stand for us only, you know. We are all conscious world agents. We want to bring more consciousness in this world, and you all do that in your own unique way. And when we come together, I love this, when people come together that way from that conscious level, you know, can you imagine how many beautiful things come out of that? And I find when we all come together, you can just feel this energy, you know, booming, and beautiful things happen. So transformation happens. We become more conscious of our choices, of our words, of our actions, and beautiful things come out of that. Much more in alignment with who we truly are, rather than what we are told we should be doing, or all these expectations that we could never live up to anyway. So thank you for being here. And today, what we're going to say, we were going to say about the guest speakers we had this year. How many did we? 7.
7? Okay, nice. seven guest speakers who share their opinion, their perception, their expertise, how they've grown in their life, and but also their level of consciousness. We had 2 people from the Netherlands, and all the other people were from the US, the UK, Norway. Anna is coming from
Zimbabwe, but lives in the UK
yeah.
now. So yeah, we had some Mac McCarthy from 𝑪𝒏𝒏𝒊𝒐𝒖�, we had Knut Allestad from Norway,
Yeah.
we had 𝐅𝐚𝐜𝒄𝒊𝒐𝒖𝒔 from the Netherlands, we had Katrina Giskens, we had Raphael Gordon, our dear friend Raphael. He was hoping to join us this morning as well. If you are, Raph, wonderful, and we know you're on a tour at the moment, so you're really busy awakening the world as well, so that's wonderful. We had Victoria Coleman, the director of the Foundation for Developing Compassion and Wisdom. And like you said, you know, Anna from the UK at the moment, she was also such an inspiration. So if you haven't seen those recordings, we can really advise you to look at them, because they are just so inspirational, and you'll definitely get something out of that will go, okay, I hadn't realized that yet, and that will help you in your next step. So we were very grateful that they accepted that invitation.
So go to our YouTube channel of Conscious World Agents, and then you will find all these interviews, these guest speakers.
Yeah, you counted them actually. How many videos did we put on in 1 year?
And in 1 year, well, let's see. Oh, yeah, that's nice. It was 51 live sessions in total last year, and this is, well, how coincidence is this? In this one is 52, so that's also a year and 52 weeks. Well, yeah, and we had already thousands of views on this, and that's amazing. Yeah. It's helpful also for us, and that's also what I wanted to add what you said. When we have participants and so on, they also inspire us every time again and again, and that's so wonderful to do this. Well, I don't want to call it a job.
No. Hard work, and that's important. You know, a lot of people, and I did it myself. Hard work, huh?
Yeah. They worked very hard. That's how we people taught us to work hard. You need to work hard to earn money and to earn a living. And we don't say don't work hard, but work from the heart here, and then things will be much easier. Once my son said once, as long as you make a choice to trust your mind, you need to make a choice every day. As soon as you make the choice to trust your heart, that's the last choice you have to make. So listen to your heart, feel what's really, what is in alignment with you, what makes you happy, what gives you the bliss, the excitement, and follow that path. And that's not always easy. 𝒂 Coelho, the famous writer, is also saying, once you follow your heart, it doesn't mean that you don't have issues anymore in life, but it gives you so much more fulfillment.
Yeah, I second that.
Yeah.
I third that. And then, we did that. We recorded all these sessions. We also had our experience days. We started our 4-leaf clover program with an amazing group of people. It's just every time when we come together, we're like, oh my gosh, we of course designed this course for a year in 4 quarters and 4 weekends. And when we design it and we think, oh yeah, that has been helpful for us, and that made that improvement and awakened us more and more, we want to share it, but we forget the impact sometimes that it had on us. Yeah. And when we see that on others, we just want to help people to accelerate, because we're accelerating every day as well. But we forget that sometimes it also needs to go a little bit slow to really start to embody that process. So what we've seen, for example, the people came back the second weekend that we did a couple of weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. They started to embody this. And you know, that was incredible to watch already in such a short period of time, how they really started to live it, and once they couldn't go back to that old way of living that really didn't serve them as much. That was incredible. So very honored for that, and even more fueled to continue what we're doing. So therefore we said we were going to start a 4-leaf clover program next year in August again or something, or in September. But we changed our mind. And we said,
I was confused a little bit.
No, but that's what we initially thought.
Absolutely,
and then because we've had so many other things already planned for the year as well. And we said, no, we're going to start in March again, because this is so helpful. And yeah, we can do it now, so why wait? Why wait? Just spread more of that information and tools out there, so people can really go, wow, I can really become more conscious, and in their communities then start to work with this way of living and really embodying this wisdom and compassion within themselves. That, you know, why wait? It's so needed right now. So because of that, so many things have happened. You've been really busy with lots of things in companies as well, and people are really more and more wanting to know how to live a
and that's also life. That's also what I really like when I'm training the higher management in companies. They also start to understand that the old way of working has brought them to a certain level. But if you want to overcome this level, if you feel that there is a glass ceiling, you cannot do the same things anymore. You need to do it in a different way. And what we always say, we didn't come up with this thing, but one of the longest ways and travels that you have to go is about 30 centimeters long. It's about going from your mind to your heart. We need the mind to analyze, to make plans. Absolutely, we need it. But can you make a decision from the heart? And that's so difficult when you talk about big business. And people forget that even the members of the board, the CEOs, they make decisions not only on facts, also on feeling. And can you embody more that feeling and share this with each other? And then you can you can go much further. This is just what you said. Our mind is limited. But our imagination, that's what Einstein said, it's so much more. And even our imagination has its limitations. It can even go further. But once you start to use your imagination, you will already step up yourself to a next level. You will see much more possibilities. Why are you laughing? No, I'm listening to you also, and I'm also seeing here greetings from New Zealand. Yes, decisions from the heart. Great. Thank you for being here, Lou. And Helen, yes, so great to see and feel the ripple effect. I mean, girl, what you're doing as well in your work, please share with us here also on Conscious World Agents what you're doing in the world, you know, how you are helping people so people can find you, and also share with us. And here is our friend Raphael as well. Hey,
Raphael, so good to have you here.
Okay, man. Cool, brother.
Always fantastic. Yeah, and you know, we would love to hear the challenges that you had this year, you know. How did you overcome them? How did you sail through this storm? And perhaps you had some calm water as well. I mean, we've had some storms and we've had some real calm journeys, you know. And when it's the calmness stays inside you, that's when you can keep the focus. That's when you keep connected with the heart. Not when the mind is really full and the mind is starting to worry too much and all that. We cannot see clear anymore. We can't see the clear path. So do your meditations or go walks in nature. Do all these things that are good for you to keep a calm and focused mind, clear mind, because that helps with the focus. And many things are possible, mindfulness and all that. But we want to hear what did work for you. to stay calm in the storm, got you sailed through 2021. And what are your golden tips, perhaps, for other people? You know, our tips are also limited. You know, we've made programs full of them.
Well, we have a lot.
We have a lot, but there's, you know, always more from other people. And then, you know, I think ultimately it comes all down to that inner peace. Inner peace and the joy. That is so important too, that to have that joyous freedom in your heart, you know, to experience that all the time. And then when you start to embody that, that is really helpful. So I'm seeing a lot of things coming in from Helen. So.
And for me, it's so important.
Great, Helen. Yes, fantastic.
Yeah, you can share it.
She says, just keep breathing and stay friendly to myself really helps me at the moment.
Yeah.
That is so important, that friendliness to yourself. I really love that, Helen. Yeah. People are so harsh sometimes and beating themselves up, and I should be doing this and I should be doing that.
And that's also what I wanted to say. You know, if you look to the outside world, if you look to your circumstances, then you probably will see results that you not every time you will like. That's were not the results that you were expecting at that moment.
Yeah.
And then you can blame yourself. You can say that you're stupid. I cannot do it anymore, and other people are better, and so on and so on. But that won't help you. That's the energy that you will send out then. So go inside and see how wonderful and beautiful you already are. And it sounds sometimes a little bit fluffy, but you are really. All the things that you are doing right now about working hard and thinking about, okay, what will the society think about me? Others are better, I cannot do this, I'm not competent enough, I need to have another education, I need to have more money. All these things you didn't have when you came to this world. All these thoughts were not there.
Yeah.
They were taught to you. And once you start to believe it, it became your belief system. And your belief system is BS. It's totally bullshit. Really, it's totally bullshit. And we're all full of it. But be aware of what you're thinking and have the guts and the courage to challenge your own belief system. And then you can change. Then you have a choice. Once you challenge your own belief system, you can make a choice. Okay, I'm going to the old pattern, or maybe I'm taking one step forward to another one, and then see what's happening there. A lot of people are
commenting. Yeah, it's wonderful.
Okay.
Maybe you can read them out on there because they go scroll here on this one, on this camera. Thank you so much for sharing, because those tools are sometimes invaluable for people who are really struggling. And once we are seeing that there are ways of, you know, how to stay with the connection with the heart. I see that Radna was also saying that's been her biggest journey this year, you know, starting to live from the heart. And I see that Raphael is also saying, yes, meditation, detaching from all the things that cause invisible conflicts with the mind. Fantastic. Sitting and seeking peace. Absolutely, Raph.
And Luffy is saying, I do not subscribe to the fear media, I subscribe to love and freedom. Ratna is saying, the biggest storm this year has been the bursting feeling to live from the heart. Wonderful, wonderful. Now the journey has started, there is no going back, but it is beautiful.
Yes.
I love it.
And we love witnessing that journey as well.
And Raphael is saying, yes, challenge your belief system because it might not be your own. Absolutely. And yes, remember, that's what Lou is saying. Yes, remembering that we have the answers within us and not outside of us. Cool. Nice,
beautiful.
nice.
Absolutely beautiful. So, gosh, I love this energy and I love what you're sharing here, and we're very grateful for that. And what are we going to do? You know, we are moving ahead to 2022. So, what are your visions? What is it that can help you to carry you forward with your dream? How can you maintain that energy and that focus and that stability within yourself? and have that sense of joy in your heart. So, well, we really do that by doing what we love doing. So I'm in the middle of continuously finishing my children's book. There's so much work coming in with other things that I really need to finish that, and it's nearly finished. So that's one of my excitement for next year. We are also starting another project with CWA that is Conscious World Art. So watch this space as well. That will be something that will be on our website. We will be selling some conscious art from a variety of artists. And we are also looking at conscious world adventures. And that will probably mean something like traveling to certain places that are power places and do a sort of small retreat around that. So watch that space with that as well. And
we already have at least one place that we want to visit. We're not going to share?
No.
No, it's really an amazing place. It's
and that could be abroad, but we also have some amazing places in the Netherlands that we could
that's definitely true. Yeah.
That we don't have to go abroad for. So people, when they're in the Netherlands, we could maybe look at that, how to do a nice day or something like that when things are a little bit different again.
Dorothea. Greetings from Belgium, she said.
Oh, lovely. Yeah. Thank you for being here.
Du bist ein Deutscher. Sie sagt, wie geht's, Dorothea? She's from Germany, but she lives in Belgium.
Oh, is she? Oh, okay. Oh, that's funny. Okay. Wonderful that you're here, Dorothea, and you also always respond so nicely to our posts. So we hope that has been great for you as well, to what we've shared. And next year we'll go further with our 4-leaf clover program.
Of course, yeah.
We've had quite a few experience days last year, online and live, and we're planning the next one on the 15th of January, and that's what we're going to tell a little bit more about.
Yeah, that's the live session. The live session of our experience day. That's one day when you will get, well, I won't say teasers because that's a little bit small.
You get a good example of how to live your life consciously through certain tools.
And one of the things that we have in all our programs is slow down to speed up. And once you slow down, it's so much easier to go the way from the mind to the heart. Well, January 15th, you want to share this or not?
Go ahead, I think you're doing a great job.
I'm doing it. She said good. She thinks I'm doing a great job. Again, January 15, 2022, we have our first experience day in the next year. It's a live session. It's here in the Netherlands. Normally, this ticket is 108 euros, including all the fat and also the lunch. If there is something important to share, please do.
No, it's okay. Thank you.
Yeah. We have an offer for all of you. That means if you sign up now at our page on the website, consciousworldagents.com, you will get 2 tickets for the price of 1. So instead of 108 for each person, so in total 216 euros, it's now 108, so 54 euros for each, including the lunch, including a workbook, including 2 facilitators, drinks, coffee. So I would say it's almost for free.
Well, it will be hopefully a very good day for you, and it's a nice gift. And if it's not for you, maybe you know somebody else who would like to come. So.
And for that day, we have also a possibility for you to win 1 ticket totally free.
Thank you, Helen.
What's Helen say?
Helen is sharing the link. She's such a star.
Cool. Thank you. You can win 1 ticket for totally free. 100. So the value is 108 euros. What do you have to do?
Oh yeah, that's important.
Yeah. From now on till December 24th, if you like and share this live session with your friends on LinkedIn, on Facebook, all the people who like it and share it, they have the chance to win one ticket for totally free for January the 15th, Experience Day. And we will announce it on Christmas Day.
Yes, as a Christmas gift from us, a season's gift to you. So hopefully somebody, and if that person can't be there live, they will be able also to attend an online session. I think that was good as well. Because
then
of the
not for that day, but
for an international
so the one who wins it is also can definitely follow an experience.
Yeah, if they can't be in person at one of our training days, then they can come to an online experience day.
And then it will be another date, but cool.
Great, thank you. And I think some lovely things are coming in, some other comments as well that we maybe won't give any attention. But thank you for that. So that's one of our plans, that we will do that on Christmas Day. We'll do a quick hello on Christmas Day to you all. And thank you so much for sharing your insights here. That's really helpful. Next week, Friday, we also have a fantastic guest speaker. That is the plan. That is the 31st of December. If all goes well, you're going to be loving that session, and we will let you know in advance the time and so forth. I think it's going to be 3 o'clock CAT time in the afternoon, 3 p.m. So watch out for that one. And there's a lot of things on our website. Go for our 4-leaf clover program. If that resonates with you, go and have a look. We have a huge discount to the 31st of December as well, about €500 off. So if you've been thinking about it, this is your chance. Really, this is your chance to sign up for that. Maybe we don't have to maybe mention all the details now. But go on our website, consciousworldagents.com, and go to 4-leaf clover program, and you see the discount of €500. And we'll start on the 19th of March with that. It's a year program. Well, what else? What have we got to share with you? I think it's good to know that we work internationally. So we have been so blessed to work this year with Kenya, with Morocco, with India. Of course, in the Netherlands, in Norway, it's been incredible. Germany, and the thing is, with 1 year, just following our heart, just having the focus, going forward, sharing what we love with you all, and with your interactions, with your sharings, we've created a wonderful group of people who are really willing to take this forward, and also to take their work forward. So it's not just helping us to do the work we love, but it's helping the others to do more of what they're all doing, what they're already doing, with more love, with more passion, with more awareness, with more faith, surrender.
And also the participants, they help each other so much. And that's so wonderful to see the buddies they have.
Absolutely.
And the sharing for instance, in the groups app, it's amazing every time again and again.
You'll get some explanation from Dorothea. She's putting you right there. She's saying that she's from Austria.
Austria.
Wonderful. There you go.
I'm an Austrian Tirol. I'm so sorry. Entschuldigung, Dorothea.
Well, we thought you were a close neighbor, but now you're just a little bit further away from us. But Germany is so close to the Netherlands. So that is one thing also. We really hope that you will share what you're doing in life, what inspires you, and so people can find you, that we can become a really big family of people who are doing fantastic work. And it's the same like when we had Raphael Gordon here today. I don't know if Raph, if you're still here. If you are, please share your link on here. Share your books on here, Raphael. Rata, you would love Raphael's books. My gosh, what was this? No Limit or Sky is the Limit?
Yeah.
It is incredible, the books. Raph, please put your, you're still here, great. Put your links from your books in. People need to find your books, they're incredible. I love reading them, and I love when Raf speaks about his superheroes, you know.
Yeah,
and,
absolutely.
you know, and you are the superhero. Oh, thanks, it's there now. Helen, you would love Raphael's books as well. Check this amazing soul brother of us out. He is fabulous, and his books are so inspiring. And if he's an international speaker, speaks all over the world. Highly recommend him. What an inspiration. And this is what we do. You know, it's the same as Ratna. Ratna with her limitless change. Check Ratna's limited change out on Facebook. You as well, Raphael. You and Ratna would also.
Yeah.
Need to hook up, you know, share information with each other.
I will connect you.
Yeah,
on
fantastic.
LinkedIn.
And Helen also, you know, Helen with her podcast, they're mainly in Dutch, I think, but if you're living in the Netherlands, check her podcast out. Helen, please put your link on your podcast on here, right on the comments. This is what we want. We want to really grow and thrive and support each other in this way, consciously. So, yeah, I don't know what else. I've got a whole list. We printed things out, what people said, what Conscious
but
World...
maybe it's nice, you know, what, if you go back, Helen says here, you get so much by doing so little on the day, and that sounds a little bit strange, but that's the slowing down, that's what's happening with you. Ratna said, the most important thing you get is the experience and being looked after by Claudia and Arturo. So thank you. Thank you.
Sweet.
That's really sweet. Yeah. And Ratna says also, I totally recommend the 4-leaf clover program. That's the year program that Claudia was talking about.
Thank you, Ratna.
Building a community, says Luffy. That's probably what you're going to do in 2022. Nice, nice.
Very nice.
And of course, Raphael with his books. And Helen, very good. Very good. De wil om het verschil te maken.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's really...
The will to make the difference.
Absolutely, very
Beautiful
good.
podcast,
Nice.
yeah.
And here, Ratna is sharing the limitless change. Very good, very good. I love it.
Nice.
Woo. And I saw also something that I forgot to read out loud from Lou. Getting the basics right, I have found so important. Simple things like hydrate, exercise, eat high fiber foods, supplements, and make sure to get enough sleep. Practice gratitude.
Wow, wonderful. That's so cool.
That's
And those are so... That's just the foundation, you know, to look after this beautiful body that we're living in, where we reside in, and to take care of that. You know, if we don't take care of that, then what can we do? We need to take care, you know. I really, for example, I don't like taking a lot of vitamin tablets and whatever, but sometimes I take some like oils, like vegan oils for my joints now and whatever. But I like to take my fresh orange juice in the morning, and you know, my green teas and all these things, and hydrate a lot, all these things to help the body. Do my yoga. I'm also a yoga teacher. I've been, you know, I always try to move. I like to walk in nature. Yeah, all those things are so important. You're absolutely right, Lee.
And you know, life is much more simpler than we think it is. It's not always easy to change, but if you do the simple things much more and just take one small step every time, you will see what you can do within a year. We underestimate this. What we have accomplished in 1 year, we couldn't have imagined that almost in the beginning, 1 year ago. And what it brought us is it's so amazing. It gives us so much fulfillment. Yeah. And that's, once you find your calling or your purpose in life, so much more opportunities, so much more possibilities. And what I experienced myself is so much more freedom and peace inside. And that's helpful. Faye Weddleton said so beautiful, because we all will come in a storm, but the only safe ship in a storm is leadership. So take your personal leadership, raise your level of consciousness, raise your level of awareness. And the energy will be higher. That's the frequency you send out. That's what Tesla says. If you want to understand the secret of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, vibration. Vibrations and energy that drag you down. Feel heavy, feel more dense. Let's see if you can change that to energies, feelings that lift you up, that feels much more light.
Yeah, and that starts with you.
Absolutely.
Starts with yourself. You know, if you notice you wake up in the morning and your mood is, you know, really low and whatever, ask yourself, what can I do to lift my mood?
Yeah.
Because once you start to lift your mood, everything you'll encounter in that day will match that frequency. And that's how the universe works. So you have a choice to surround yourself with people who are perhaps lower in mood or same mood or a bit higher, but just check up with yourself. How do you feel after you've been with someone who is really low in mood and someone who's a bit higher in mood, the effect that it has on you. So it's so important that you check that up with yourself and make changes accordingly, because the only one who can do it is you. And if you're struggling, because it's also sometimes people cannot, they are really so low that it's so hard to get out, what can you do then to help that person?
That's nice. Yeah.
What can you do to say, well, what can I be for you today? What can I offer you? How can I be of service that lifts your mood a little bit today? And sometimes that's just by being present. And to be that rock that they can lean against.
Yeah,
but that,
can do it. Okay.
But then it needs to be that loving rock,
Yeah.
you know, that unjudgmental rock, that compassionate rock.
Yeah.
And I think that is so important. There's so many people struggling right now. Can you be that loving rock for people? And if you can't do that for others because you're going through so much for yourself, what can you do? That somebody wrote that earlier, that kindness to yourself. I think it was you, Helen.
Yeah.
Being kind to yourself, being gentle to yourself. You know what? Today wasn't maybe one of my best days, but what can you do then? Can you have treat yourself on a nice walk in the forest or in the park, or can you phone someone and say, you know, I just would like to chat for a moment. Are you able to listen to me for a while? Or run a bath for yourself. Maybe not so environmental friendly right now, but take a forest bath then. You know, go stand amongst the trees and do something like that. But do something kind for yourself, and that already helps as well.
Yeah, I think you said two things that for me are really important. A lot of times I hear also in spiritual talks, if a person around you is in low energy, well, don't go anymore to that energy. But that's not true, for me at least. Can you stay for yourself in a high level of energy and be supportive to the other person? Because that's so important. You need to do it yourself, but you never ever can do it alone. You need others. And there will come a time that you yourself need to support. Are you willing to reach out? Are you really have the courage to ask for help and say, well, at this moment I cannot do it by myself. Please help me. So these two things are so important. Don't walk away from every low energy. That's not what we say. Can you stay at your own level? That's having the leadership in this storm. Can you have that level of energy, that level of consciousness that you can stay there? That's more or less a safety net. Okay, I will go up and down, but I won't go lower than this at least. And can you be supportive to others? How may I serve instead? What's in it for me? And that's also what Lou said. Having the gratitude already. Be grateful for what you already have. And then share what you have with other persons.
Beautiful. And I see also that we have someone watching from Aline, I think watching from the Philippines. I think Yannick is watching. So thank you so much for being in. I love that, Arturo. Thank you for sharing that. And also want to add something. It's not, conscious world agents, we like to really, we are secular in what we share. It's non-religious, but it's spiritual. And what does spiritual mean? Spiritual means to us, one of the teachers that we really like is, he's incarnated now, but his name is Lama Yeshe. And he was from the Mahayana tradition, the Buddhist tradition. And he said spirituality is just wanting to know what goes on in the mind, to understand the mind. Spiritual people want to understand their mind. And when we look at that from conscious world agents, we also say, okay, we become aware of our mind and how the mind affects the heart and how the heart affects the mind. And the gut as well. So we look at the whole system of that. So we use all these things in our trainings as well and in our daily lives. And sometimes we love some of the quotes of the spiritual teachers that have been before. So the other day I heard a wonderful saying from that someone mentioned, and I don't know if it's true, but I think it is, that Jesus had said, like, be in the world, but don't be of this world. And I think that is so important right now, and I could feel that when I heard that, because with all the chaos, like what you're saying, what goes on, you're in it, but it doesn't have to become you. You're not of that energy. So it's the same when you meet someone who is going through a very hard situation and is very low in energy. You don't have to become that energy. You can be with it. But stay in your own frequency of that. And I thought it was a lovely quote, and especially very helpful right now, that with all the situations in the world that make it so limiting for a lot of us to move about, to travel, and to do things. It's the same for me. My mother lives in Scotland, my stepfather, my sister with her family lives in France, so it's very difficult to travel.
Raphael says, yes, that's exact the quote, the scripture of Jesus.
Oh, thank you.
Totally agree.
Thank you, Raph. I just love that one. I get goosebumps when I think of it, so thank you. And it is difficult, but still, there are other ways. I can phone my mom, I can phone my sister, we can see each other, so we need to look at the gratitude, that what Lee was saying, that for the things we can have, and we can recognize things, but we don't have to become that energy. That is not helpful for us.
Yeah, but still show compassion. That's wonderful. Show compassion, but don't take the energy in. And sometimes that's difficult, especially when it's really coming close to you, when it's really one of your family members. It feels more as if it's you. But basically there's no difference in this. It's only the thoughts, the feelings that you have that's different. Because it's still a human being there. But show compassion. And I think what the Dalai Lama said.
Oh, which one?
If it's
you
possible,
want to be happy?
No, if it's possible, show kindness.
Yeah. It's always possible.
And it's always possible. That's really what I like about that last sentence. It's always possible.
Yeah, that's so true. And I thought you meant the other one. I think it was about compassion, because you were talking about that. It was like, if you want to be happy, practice compassion. And if you want others to be happy, practice compassion. And they're quite similar in that way, I think. So, wow, well, it's been so wonderful, and thank you so much, everybody, for sharing.
Sharing and interacting, and we love it.
Compassion is something I'm not very good at, as I lack patience, but aware of this is a great start. Oh, great! Oh, that's a great awareness to have. Patience is not always easy, and that's something, of course, we innately have, but we can practice that like you're doing and cultivate more of it. That is the trick. And if you want, there is a great app called the 16 Guidelines. If you go on the App Store, then you can find it, 16 Guidelines for Our Life. That is about, from the Compassion and Wisdom website, compassionandwisdom.org. If you go on there, you probably can find the app as well in one of the links. And they have a great free app, and they have all these guidelines. One of them is patience, and it is a really great tool to.
Absolutely.
They have some mindfulness practice around how to cultivate patience. So maybe that helps as well. And Ratna says, absolutely, when we show compassion, we are being who we truly are and what we've become love. That's so beautiful.
And Raphael said something
That's it.
Before that. Yeah, he said, to show compassion, we must be compassionate. Think, cultivate, and give compassion.
Yeah.
Great.
Wonderful, wonderful. Yes, and that it's when we do more of that, when we cultivate and we give, then ultimately I feel we start to embody compassion. And when we embody compassion, we all know how that feels when you meet someone who is truly embodying compassion. We feel love, like Ratna was saying. So yeah, thank you so much for sharing all your beautiful insights and your wisdom, everybody here. I feel really joyful.
Yes,
really
absolutely,
joyful, and
absolutely.
it's been such a wonderful celebration with you. And I really hope that you're going to make a difference in others' lives and stay very caring and kind to yourselves. Take good care of yourselves. Do all the things that resonate with you that you've read here in this and that we shared here today. And I just want to say from my heart, first of all, to Arturo, thank you for this wonderful year.
Yes,
and
it's been wonderful to do it together. It's amazing.
That's been so beautiful. So thank you.
Yeah. Well,
and
thank you.
And thank everybody who's been a part of this family from Conscious World Agents, for all your inputs, for all your insights, for all the work that you're doing. You know, nothing makes us more happy than you share your gift with the world.
Yeah.
In your communities, you know, that's one of the things Dalai Lama also said. Start in your own community. You don't have to start in your family and then in your communities. You don't have to travel the world. Imagine if everybody starts doing what they're so good at in their own families and their own communities. So wonderful. So please keep doing that. That makes us really happy, and you don't have to do it to make us happy, but we get even more joy in our hearts to read your wonderful work in the world and at home.
Dorothea is now writing. I always love listening and reading your live posts, your live and your posts a long time. Always good reminders. And I share it on my page for all others. They may need this message. I'm grateful for all this knowledge you share with us.
Thank you, Dorothea.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
And wishing you also the best.
And I see Raf saying thank you. Thank you, Raf, for being here. Thank you, everybody.
Yeah, and just keep it simple in life. Just move your shoulders and take 1 or 2 deep breaths. And feel already the difference within 2 or 3 seconds. And can you imagine that you can totally have another response from this more relaxed feeling than 5 seconds before? Then it will probably be a reaction instead of a response.
Wonderful.
Take your time. Follow your heart. Life is much more beautiful than you think sometimes. Love you. Thank you.
Thank you. And I'd like to dedicate this energy that we've all created here to the greater picture of life. That it's somehow that what we've done here today all together, all of what you've shared, all of what you've given us and what we shared with you, that somehow that will ripple out to limitless beings on this planet and beyond, and that so many will benefit from us coming together today, and for the love and for the compassion and the joy that we've created here today. So thank you so much for being part of that and making my heart very happy.
Thank you.
We love you. Thank you so much. And on Christmas Day, we will do a short getting together as well, and letting you know who won this beautiful prize that we're giving away, and to wish you a very happy Christmas Day. Lots of love. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. And CWA is also Christmas with awareness. Okay.
Just to end it on that note.
Just give up.
Yeah, lovely. Bye bye.
Bye bye, love.
Bye bye.